Hello Siddharth, good that you have joined because yesterday was a selection scheme. I wanted to repeat that. अब आप ही हो तो मैं एक बार हार्डली वहीं पे आ जाते नहीं जिसको पढ़ना तो ओके. So yesterday we had discussed the roulette wheel selection. So in case of roulette wheel selection, we need to find the probability. आप इसको समझ लो because this lecture is not there on that also. It is not recorded. It's not available on YouTube. So we just start with that. So we start with roulette wheel selection. So initially we have the population which is comprising of 8 individuals, okay, and each is having this chromosome distribution which is consisting of 8-bit chromosome. So this is given to you. The fitness is initially given to you. Otherwise, if you are developing your own algorithm, you need to make this cost function. Fitness is computed by the cost function. So here, since we just take an example of how selection is, roulette wheel selection is implemented. So I have just taken it as such. So this fitness is already given to you. So to apply this roulette wheel selection, we first calculate the probability for each, for which we need to compute the total of this fitness. That is total of the fitness of all the individuals in the population that is computed. So this comes out to be, I think, 23 point something. So we computed this yesterday. Once we have found the total of this fitness, that is for all the values, I can find the probability of fitness by dividing the fitness of individual with the total. That is 1 divided by this delta F, that I think it comes out to be 23.2 approximate. Okay. So this is what we get. So likewise, I can calculate the probability with respect to the total fitness value of all the individuals in the population, and I get this probability value PI. Okay. So once I get this, then we calculate the expected count. Sorry, this is the percentage again with respect to 100. ये मैंने approximate I told you. This is only the approximation. So 0.429 we have taken as 5%, 9 as, because we have to make that 100. So whatever approximations we are taking, we have to take care. So this should, if this is made 20, then this could be 10. So we have to take the approximations in this case. I don't know why this is taken as 6. I'll just change. So just take if it is 28 plus 8 is 36, 36, 20, 56, 56 and 17. 56 and 17 is 3, 1, 73. 73 and 14 is 87. 87 and 5. So this is what should be there. I agree. Okay. So these are the values what we are getting based just out of 100 approximate values हमने ले ली है. अब हम expected count we do compute. Expected count के लिए I told you we are simply going to multiply it with the size of the population. So point pi को size of the population से multiply करके we are getting these values. Okay, expected count. अब ये expected count, this is theoretical. The difference from yesterday's lecture is this is not used for the roulette wheel selection. This is theoretical. Okay, that is why we were getting that problem. Multiply करने से total नहीं आता उसको. And see. So we are just going to have these theoretical values. इसमें हम एक चूज कर लेते हैं अप्रॉक्सीमेट की ओके अबव 0.7 वी आर गोइंग टू इंक्लूड दैट इन आवर population, and below this fitness value or below this value we are not going to include in the fitness. So based on that we have a select count which is theoretical. Again this is theoretical, which is not done actually. Where we are going to apply the roulette wheel selection, we are going to give every individual in the population the this area on the roulette wheel in proportion to this percentage what we had computed. I'll just tell you what is the role of this theoretical count. So we give it according to, so all the individuals they are participating, but lesser fit is getting the lesser area and the more fit is getting the higher area. So all 8 individuals they are getting on that. So now we are going to spin the wheel 8 times, that is equal to the size of the population. So every time I spin, I am going to get some random number. So let's say first time I'm getting the value of 0.042. अगर मेरे पास फर्स्ट टाइम की वैल्यू आती है 0.042, just so I spin it one times and मेरा कोई मार्कर है इस पे, there is a marker, let's say I show a red marker है. In that red marker that is going to stop at the value of 0, 4 5 9 इसकी वैल्यू है. So starting from the lowest fit individual P1 P2 जो भी है, I will start adding the population probabilities. Okay, so first I'm going to add P1. P1 is 0.0429 plus 0.9, that should give me 0.1329. okay, if I add P3 also, मतलब मैं इस व्हील पे इसको ऐड करना शुरू करती हूँ इसी ऑर्डर में. ओके, सो दिस इज बाय P1, दिस इज बाय P2, इसी ऑर्डर में मैं ऐड कर रही हूँ उसको. जिस ऑर्डर में वो व्हील पे प्लेस्ड है उसी ऑर्डर में आप उसको ऐड कर रहे हो. सो दिस इज P4. सो दिस इज हैविंग द वैल्यू 0.0429. ओके, आप इसको परसेंटेज या प्रोबेबिलिटी जैसे भी ले सकते हो. इसमें अगर आप 0.9 प्लस करते हो तो इस पॉइंट तक मेरा टोटल क्या आता है, दैट इज 0.1329. यू कैन कंप्यूट इट इफ यू वांट. सो इट इज स्टिल लेस देन 0.459. सो अभी भी वो इससे छोटा यहाँ पे इसका डेसिमल है. ओके, दिस इज इन द फर्स्ट स्पिन. दिस वन इज फॉर द स्पिन नंबर. ओके, अब इसमें हम 0.133 ऐड करते हैं P3 का, तो दैट विल गिव मी, here I am getting the value at this point, it is 0.266. so I keep on adding till the cumulative sum which I am adding that becomes equal to or greater than 0.4459. so P4 मेरे पास क्या है, P4 की वैल्यू है 0.1723. okay, so if I add it, that again gives me the value 0.43. so यहाँ तक मेरे पास क्या वैल्यू आ रही है, 0.4383. So it is still less than 0.459. So I add P5. P5 value is 0.2. So 0.2 add करती हूँ तो I'll directly get the value 0.6383, which is greater than this value which I have got. So it will lie somewhere here. जो value मेरी spin से आई थी वो यहाँ पे आती है. So it means the selected individual is which? P5. So this will be my selected individual in the P5. Similarly, अब मैं अपना spin करती हूँ second time. So I'll spin second time and this will continue till 8 spins are equal to the size of the population n. And every time I'm going to get a value between 0 and 1 and accordingly one individual would be selected. जो जिस individual के level पे आपकी cumulative probability is going to be or equal to greater than this value which you have got, वो particular आपका parent select हो जाएगा. So वो जो count आएगा, अब क्योंकि हमने जो area दिया है on the roulette wheel that is in proportion to the part or how much share they are having from the total fitness value, because हमने जो probability calculate किया कैसे किया है, we have divided the fitness of the individual with the total fitness of all the individuals in the population. So इसका मतलब जो PI है that is in proportional to the their fitness relative to all the individuals in the population. So better the individual, more is the area going to be allocated to it on the roulette wheel and higher chances. So whatever count, whatever is the outcome of this selection, let's say first time P5 was selected, next time P8 is selected, then your P1 is selected, again P5 is selected, P4 is selected, P2 is selected. ये मेरी outcome है, I'm just assuming I've not done it. So this is P3 is selected and again your P4. So let's say मेरी outcome of the 8 spins है. तो अब मेरा ये new pool बन गया जिसमें से मैं select randomly कोई भी दो parents crossover के लिए select कर लूँगी. So this is the outcome of roulette wheel. Now this is the actual count. So this is the actual count. Now the role of this expected count which we saw in the last slide is that actual and expected count, that they should more or less agree for the results to be good. Okay, so expected count is nothing but it gives me an idea कि जो मेरा evolved या good mating pool होगा for selecting the parents after this roulette wheel 8 spins is done, that should be approximately matching your expected count what you had calculated. So what was my expected count? So it said कि जो मेरा first individual है P1 वो एक बार आना चाहिए, P2 एक बार आना चाहिए, P3 should be there, P4 and P5 they are having the highest fitness, so they should be occurring twice, P8 should be occurring once, so they should have the approximate agreement. Okay, so that is what the role of this expected count is. This is not to be used in that, because if you are multiplying that expected with that, you are not able to get. This is the simplest way. That is also one way which we can do that, but simply multiplying it is not giving me that. That requires calculations. अगर आप उसको करते हो, I'll just erase all this to move back to the last slide. Because that will make it very subjective to the choice. That is also one way. I'm not saying that is not, but this is the simplest form which I have told you. Okay. So I'll just move back to the last slide. So if I multiply it by this PI with select count, it is not going to work. Then this should be, this is not working. आप इसको judiciously you have to choose, because आप remove क्या कर रहे हो 0.8 and point that is nearly 0.17, लेकिन आप 0.17 को replicate दो बार कर रहे हो, तो कहीं ना कहीं it would be increased by that, so it will actually lead to removal of lowest fit individuals. This should be definitely removed from that. This should be removed. This should be removed. और ये भी शायद रिमूव हो जाएगा आपका, तो जाके आपका वो आएगा, अदरवाइज आएगा नहीं. सो दैट इज वन वे, बट देन दैट इज हैज टू बी चोजन कि आप whatever this total should be 8, and this whatever multiplication you are getting, that also should sum out to approximately 1. So that is a modified form which is being used, but in the simplest form, you are simply putting these probabilities of all the individuals on the roulette wheel and selecting. जब आप वो कर लेते हो, अगर आप इसको मल्टीप्लाई कर लेते हो और काउंट ले लेते हो, फिर आपको 8 बार स्पिन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, समझे? वो मॉडिफाइड फॉर्म है, फिर हमने उसको 8 बार स्पिन नहीं करना है, बिकॉज मैंने वो मीटिंग पूल ऑलरेडी सिलेक्ट कर लिया. अब बस मुझे रैंडमली व्हील से सिलेक्ट करना है, बिकॉज मैंने ऑलरेडी व्हील के ऊपर बेटर फिट इंडिविजुअल्स डाल दिए हैं. बट दैट फॉर्म रिक्वायर्स computations, because you have to see that whatever you are removing, the same is compensated by multiplying the count of the individuals. So that requires a very judicious selection. That is one another form of implementing the roulette wheel. But in the simplest form, all the individuals, they are given space on your roulette wheel in accordance with this PI. I hope this is clear with you people. Hanji, Siddharth, I hope it is clear with you now, because yesterday I told you, I was not connected with my notes, so somewhere, मतलब मुझे लगता है कि मुझे आता ही है GA, तो I took the lecture. Okay, so it should be clear. Good. So I'll try to put this lecture otherwise on your LMS. Okay, so this was by roulette wheel selection. So ये it is just the way we have computed. So अगर हमारा 0.62 आता है, हमें तब तक उसकी populations को ऐड करना है जब तक हमारा वैल्यू, क्यूमुलेटिव वैल्यू 0.62 से ज़्यादा नहीं बड़ी हो जाती. Okay, but only one thing which we have to take care is, that जो आप ये एडिशन कर रहे हो, you should be following the same order as they are placed on the roulette wheel. क्योंकि क्यूमुलेटिव आपने घुमाना है, ठीक है? तो 0.4 यहाँ पे आ रहा है, 0.6 यहाँ पे आ रहा है, 0.8 यहाँ पे आ रहा है, ये उसी ऑर्डर में आना चाहिए. वही इंडिविजुअल सिलेक्ट होगा जिस ऑर्डर में आपने उनको व्हील पे प्लेस किया है. यू कैन चेंज इट हेयर. आप P1 के बाद P4 को प्लेस करते हो, P7 को प्लेस करते हो, दैट डजंट मैटर, दैट इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. बट whatever you are doing on the wheel, अगर आपने P1 के बाद P7 को किया है, तो जब आप इसको ऐड करोगे क्यूमुलेटिव ऐड करने के लिए, तो P1 के बाद P7 की पॉपुलेशन आनी चाहिए और उसकी वैल्यू आनी चाहिए PI. ठीक है? So in whatever order you have placed your individuals on the wheel, in the same order you have to keep adding. I hope this is also clear to you. Okay, so this was the simplest form of your roulette wheel selection. It was very easy to implement. Okay, but noisy. Noisy का मतलब क्या है कि अगर आपकी there is a small change in your value, because हमने bits लिए, अगर हमारी एक bit भी change होती है, it led to different results. Okay, so we were getting those results which are far apart. So it varies from theoretical best fit results. Results, they are not always good as we are expecting theoretically. So a better scheme was devised in 1989. I think your tournament selection, which is the next scheme that was devised. In this selective pressure and population diversity, these were the two criteria which were taken into consideration. Now, what is your selective pressure? When I talk about your selective pressure is degree to which your better fit individuals they are preferred. मतलब मेरा बेटर फिट इंडिविजुअल्स को सिलेक्ट करने का कितना प्रेशर है मेरी स्कीम का, आई हैड टू बैलेंस बिटवीन दैट एंड बिटवीन द पॉपुलेशन डाइवर्सिटी. मतलब मुझे डेफिनेटली बेटर फिट इंडिविजुअल सेलेक्ट करने हैं, बट आई वॉन्ट द डाइवर्सिटी ऑल्सो टू बी देयर इन माई पॉपुलेशन. आई डोंट वॉन्ट कि अगर मेरी फिटनेस वैल्यूज में डिफरेंस है तो मेरे, अगर मैंने 5 से शुरू किया तो अल्टीमेटली उसमें 2 ही रह जाए जो बेटर फिट थे. सो मेरी डाइवर्सिटी कम हो जाती है रॉलेट व्हील के अंदर, विच आई डेंट वांट. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट in 1989 by Whistler, there was a scientist who found that this balance between the selective pressure and population diversity is missing, and so he uh, introduced tournament selection. So in tournament selection, what does happen? We play tournament. अब tournament क्या होता है? दो teams के बीच में you try to play. So same thing it is done. So we create a tournament between any two individuals in the population. So randomly I select. Okay. So let's say first tournament it is done between P1 and P5. Okay. So I'll just, okay. So ये पहला टूर्नामेंट है. सो इट इज बिटवीन 4 and 5. सो बिटवीन 4 and 5 आई प्ले अ टूर्नामेंट. अब इन दोनों की फिटनेस कंपेयर करते हैं. तो फिटनेस किसकी ज़्यादा है? P5 की. तो P5 वुड बी विनर. नेक्स्ट आई अगेन प्ले दिस टूर्नामेंट. इट इज played n number of times where n is equal to the size of the population. तो हर बार मेरे पास एक विनर आएगा. अगली बार लेट से मेरे सिलेक्टेड पेरेंट्स आर 1 and 6. सो नेचुरली 6 इज द विनर, हायर फिटनेस. सो इसमें मुझे कोई प्रोबेबिलिटी नहीं कैलकुलेट करनी है, कुछ क्यूमुलेटिव फिटनेस नहीं कैलकुलेट करना है. इट इज सिंपल, इट इज लीनियर, इजी टू अप्लाई. ओके. सो 6 इज द विनर. थर्ड में 3 and 7 के बीच में इफ यू सी 3 and 7, नेचुरली 3 इज द विनर. सिमिलरली बिटवीन 2 and 8, 2 is the winner. 8 की, अच्छा ठीक है, 8 की 4.55 है. Yes, 8 is the winner. Between 3 and 8, it is again 8 is the winner. Then so on. So 8 बार हमने किया, 8 बार मुझे कोई विनर मिलेगा. अब ये जो विनर्स आ गए, now these will constitute my mating pool for performing my crossover. So P5, P6, P3, P8. Now P8 is occurring twice. Highest one of the better fitted individuals. मेरे फोन काटे देख लो ऊपर से. चलो. So this is P5. This is P4. Sorry, the connection it broke. So जो अब I will not write again P5 whatever. So जो मेरा new population होगा, that would be constituting of these. So अब जो मेरे क्रोमोसोम्स होंगे जिसमें से मैंने पेरेंट्स सेलेक्ट करने हैं, they would be P5, that is this. So it is occurring twice. So ये 2 बार अकर करेगा ये क्रोमोसोम. This. Okay. Similarly, P8 will occur twice because size of the population has to be same. P4 would be there. P3 would be there. P2 would be there. Yes. So actually we see the less fit individuals, they are already removed. So 1, 6 and 7 there, 6 is there. So मेरे less fit individuals they are removed. So इनमें से मुझे parent select करने and we have to perform the crossover. So this was my tournament selection. So it was computationally less intensive. Okay, it was giving chance to each individual in the population to participate and stand chance. If it is having only the lowest fit individual is definitely going to be out, because जो जिसकी least fitness थी उसको आप जिससे भी कंपेयर करोगे वो विनर नहीं होगा, तो वो डेफिनेटली रिमूव हो जाएगा. बट उसके अलावा देयर वुड बी अ चांस ऑफ एवरी इंडिविजुअल टू स्टिल रिमेन इन द population. Okay, so this was your tournament selection. Okay, so this is your new phone. Okay, next we come to is a rank selection. A rank selection is one form of your roulette wheel only. So we make use of the roulette wheel in this case also, but we are modifying it slightly. We are now, instead of creating the probability, we are creating the ranks. Okay, और उस rank के हिसाब से we are going to assign them the area on your roulette wheel. Okay, so coming to this rank based selection, we'll take the initial example only. So ये आपके individuals है, these are your chromosome, these are your fitness. Now I start ranking them with the higher fitness getting the higher rank. So least fit individual is given the first rank. So P1 is having the least fitness, it is given the rank 1. इसके बाद P6 is having the next higher fitness, it is given 2. Higher than this we are having P7, so it is given 3. P2 next, so it is given 4. अब 2.1 से ज़्यादा किसकी है? 3.11, it is given 5. Next is this P4, then P8, and finally P5 is the having the highest fitness. So I give the rank to each individual in the population based on its fitness, such that higher is the fitness, higher is the rank. Okay. So एक बार मैंने इसकी रैंक निकाली. Now I will sum up these ranks. I will sum up, मतलब टोटल निकालूंगी all the ranks का. So if I add it, so this should come out to be 36. Okay, so sum of, I have directly applied the formula integer addition wala because these are in order only. So 36 is the total what I am getting. So once I get this, now I am going to create a proportionality factor based on this rank. So how do I do that? I am going to divide the rank of each by the total and I'm going to calculate the percentage. मतलब I divide 1 by, अब इसका रैंक क्या है? P1 का रैंक 1 है और टोटल कितने सारे रैंक्स का? 36. So I will divide 1 by 36 and I get approximate value of to be 0.03 which I have taken as percentage 3. ठीक है. Similarly P2 को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए इसका जो रैंक था 4 और 4 को मैंने 36, that is the total of all the ranks से divide किया. I get approximately 11%. Similarly for this I am getting this is 6 divided by 36. So this is 8 divided by 36. This is 2 divided by 36 and so on. I am going to calculate it for each. So मैंने उसकी प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी या निकाल ली है, रिलेटिव मैंने निकाल ली है प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी, बट यहाँ पे मेरा रिलेटिव क्राइटेरिया क्या है? रिलेटिव क्राइटेरिया मैंने एक रैंक दे दिया है फिटनेस का, वो रैंक है, इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग डायरेक्ट फिटनेस इनटू अकाउंट, just to make it simpler and give better classification. So this was found to give better classification as compared to your roulette wheel. बिकॉज उसमें मैंने आपको क्या बोला था, जैसे वो नॉइजी होता है तो उसका एक बिट चेंज होने से, बिकॉज वी कैन फेयर पॉसिबिलिटी वी आर गोइंग टू हैव, वी कैन हैव सम एरर. ओके, सो इफ द एरर इज देयर इट विल टोटली चेंज द थिंग. बट यहाँ पे यू आर गिविंग द फिटनेस and you're creating the ranks. So ranks में उसका you have a better chance of accommodating any noisy version of any individual. Okay. So once I've created that, now I will assign all these 8 individuals area on the roulette wheel according to that. So this total should come out to be 100, or this should make it to be 100%. You can just sum it up and see. 14, 28 and 28 and the 17 is going to be 45, 45 and 22. Up kar lena. It should come out to be 100. Definitely. Okay. So once I've made this, now I'm going to assign them area on your roulette wheel. I've not paid the roulette wheel, but so P1 will have 3% out of the 100, P2 will have 11% out of the 100 and so on. So your complete wheel it is getting divided. So again, उसके बाद वही प्रोसीजर है. अब आपका मेटिंग पूल ये बन गया है. अब उसके बाद फिर उसको उसी तरह से सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. अब इसमें से आप उसको रैंडमली अपने 2 पेरेंट्स को रोलेट व्हील अप्लाई करके सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. That is, rest of the procedure it is going to be the same. So in this, every individual it is going to participate in the process, but we have tried to make it more linear and have a better classification and more you can say resistant or robust to the noisy version of the inputs. Okay, so that was your rank based